toss that. I check off that. Between me and you act white and I'm just off that. 950 for the vapor max. Jigging in the hood, I just stay with tax. You think you good until you face your match.
So, like I said, once Max Dre died, E-40 kept it going. Yeah, they both had to, you feel me, they had to tell me when to go, then they had to fizz dance. But if you think about it, everybody was telling everybody where to go because they was off fizzles, which was the fizz pills back in the day, you feel me, because Mac Dre really had a movement. He really had a day, the side shows and all of that really came from Mac Dre fizz dance movement. I got the DVDs and everything.
Hold on, let me tell Ann to come on in.
I'm back, and my mother says he started it. And she said, even in E-40, one of E-40 songs, he says something about Mac Dre starting the movement.
But think about it. Okay, so look, this is how I even thought about this all the way to begin with. I'm just chilling over here one day, and I'm like, why Mac Dre and E-40 don't got a song together? Y'all are both Bay Area legends, and they ain't got no collab, no tape, no nothing.
They like, why you drop a bomb? Bring that sauce back. Bring that boss back. That one fly nigga on clip your bitch bullshit.
So you team Mac Dre?
I was born team Mac Dre. Yes, I'm team Mac Dre.
I'm team Mac Dre too. But my cousin Ann, she argues that Mac Dre would have basically been like Messy Marv.
Don't get me wrong. E-40, he lit. He be turned, but he not really a hyphy movement rapper. He could be like a versatile rapper. He could rap about anything and everything, but he wasn't really focused on hyphiness at the time. He did come out with a couple songs that, you feel me, got the party crunk or whatever, but it's like Mac Dre was simply creating a movement, keeping it going.
He follows the trends of the time. Like, he didn't even make Yiking songs. So he followed.
We out here trying to function. Like, you feel me?
That's exactly what it is. Because we were looking, and it was like, we were looking at all the tapes, because I made a little playlist trying to see, like, their top 10 best songs. And when I was going through E-40 stuff, I'm like, man, like, besides that Sprinkle Me and Captain Save a Thought, he was flopping all the way up until Mac Dre died. Then he put out, in 2006, he put out that tape that had Tell Me When to Go on it. So
because he was trying to keep it going.
Yeah, from 1995 to 2006, he was straight up flopping. Like, he was having no hits at all. If we look through his tape, you're not gonna know.
Thank you. You could Google who started it, and then it pop up, Mac Dre. A whole new movement known as Hyphy. While Dre affiliated Kick the Sneak is credited as first as coining the term Hyphy. Like, Yay Area, which ain't even really all of that. It's cool.
Yay Area.
Tell Me When to Go.
Look, I got a playlist. I got his top 10 on my phone, but look, I'm telling you, his top 10 was after Mac Dre died, though.
He just pushed it. I said he egged it on a little bit. He tried to keep it going, and that's what all rappers do when somebody died. They keep it going. But I think they're not even on that Federations remix.
Do you think Mac Dre would be the legend that he is, like the face of the Bay Area now, if he wouldn't have died? Like, if he was still alive today, you think he would still be popping like that, or you think he would be like regular?
It depends, because you know sometimes when a rapper popping back in it, you feel me? They kind of get with the new movement and get it. But if he would have, you feel me, stayed alive and kept his same hyphy little movement, he probably would still be the face of it. You feel me?
I don't know. Like, my cousin, she argues that he would have been like a little dope fiend, or because he was doing drugs like that at the time, he probably would be like certain rappers in the Bay Area now who is out there begging for dollars.
But you got to think about it. Messy Marv, yeah, he on drugs, but he's a high favorited drug artist.
That man got beef with everybody.
A lot of people still like him now, and a lot of people still play his music.
It's funny because
sitting on candy, playing with my nose.
I don't listen to that man music at all. I don't listen to him. But so I don't know if you've seen it, but I was like, okay, if there's a monument, there's only one spot left, and you got, okay, so you could have Mac Dre on there. Or no. What was I saying? It was like Too Short, Tupac. Who else they had on there? I was watching the Cali Kickback. They had like a monument for Bay Area rappers.
I'm putting my uncle on there.
Of course, your uncle. But if it's hey. Oh my God. Okay, so while I was out there, that looks like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's house. And I
Duh.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn it off though. I'm gonna turn it off.
Things still recording?
Yes, it's recording, Diamond. Why do you have two? Why are you on two cameras? This
You
you
posting this?
Yes, I'm posting.
Oh yeah, I gotta look good.
So, what side are you on? You were on Mac Dre side or E-40?
I'm on Mac Dre side now that like since we talked about it, I was like, okay, Mac Dre technically, if we just counting when he was
This
alive,
my nigga.
so
If we just count in what?
counting up to 2004 when he was still alive, I gotta go with Mac Dre.
But if we count in after
Mac
that,
Dre was
Yeah, if we
signing
count
Penny
after that,
before
then
everybody.
E-40. But up to 2004, Mac Dre had everything because he had the streets and he had another artist that ended up blowing up. So it's like he had the whole thing. E-40 was just E-40 and he knew Tupac and had been on Tupac album. And that was really it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was
Yeah, E-40 and E-40 mostly made songs about his life if you really look at it.
Yeah.
hello, Ann.
Everything. So
Okay, so Erik might come, but if Erik takes too long, we're going to get really started now. So I want everybody to introduce themselves. If you got anything to promote, go ahead and promote it. And then, and one rule. I only have one rule. If you get very passionate, don't yell over nobody. That's it. Wait until they finish their sentence, then go. Can we agree to that?
yes, I'm good with that.
Got me.
Okay, Dami, you can start because you're the first person I see. You can introduce yourself.
Huh? Oh, well, hey y'all. My name is Diane. And I'm on Mac Dre's side because he started the Hyphy movement and he created it. And the Hyphy movement is his. He created the word Hyphy from the jump. Anyways, nobody else would be saying Hyphy if he didn't say it, because when he said it, you feel me, he told y'all he was going to tell y'all what it means and what it's about. You feel me? I got something called the Thizzle Dance. The Thizzle Dance. The Thizzle Dance, my friend. You feel me? So, like, he really put y'all on. You feel me? Now, E-40, on the other hand, he just egged it on with a couple of songs, not even too many songs.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, I thought you said and state my argument. My bad. But yeah, I'm Diamond.
No, okay, you know,
From the
Diamond.
Bay Area.
Never mind.
That's it? You ain't got nothing to promote?
You ain't got social media page or YouTube?
Oh yeah, D Nasty with 4 A's, 2 underscores. Or you could just go to her page and find me somewhere.
Okay.
I'm very funny.
I don't see him though.
My page is very funny.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think I did something wrong. Oh, there he is. Okay.
I'm Michael. I have a podcast. I have like a whole brand I made. It's ML3 for the culture. It's on Spotify. You can listen to the podcast on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter. And the only difference on Twitter is like the number 4 instead of the word 4. I talk about hip hop all the time. I love music. I love sports. So I cover all of that. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I do. Yeah.
Annabelle.
I'm not promoting anything yet. I mean, I do have my own business, We Define Renaissance Management, aka WDR Management, but it's not ready, so just be on the lookout.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Erik.
My name is Erik Carson. I'm from California, 21 years old. And I don't really got nothing to promote. You know what I'm saying? I just y'all follow me on Instagram at Real Hollywood. Feel me? Tap in on me. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. Okay, and then of course everybody knows me because this is gonna be my page. Okay, so me and Diamond had came in a lot earlier than everybody else. So me and her had kind of already started talking about it. And the whole topic of this is gonna be just the music eras. So we're gonna go starting with the Hyphy movement to like HBK and then this new era. Cause I don't know if y'all seen, but Yatta posted yesterday talking about, he started this new whole era. So I wanted to talk about it. But
The only thing Yatta started is really like Yatta encouraged people to talk about their stuff more.
I think that's what I was saying earlier. I feel like he started talking about the whole popping and dipping and killing more.
That man said, "Look me in my eyes, you can tell I caught a body." And you wonder why they won't give you no bail. You wonder why.
I mean, free Yatta though. I got
Free Yatta, the done dollar.
Free Yatta, man.
I hate when cars double back. But anyway, so I want to start with Mac Dre versus E-40. So what side are y'all on and why? And I'm just gonna go in the order that I see everybody. So Ann.
Yeah.
The question is, what side are you on regarding Mac Dre versus E-40? Who do you choose and why? And when I say who do you choose, I'm talking about catalog-wise. You could talk about before he died or after he died, because really he ain't have a lot of hits.
40.
Before Mac Dre died. He did it. But just go ahead and set your opinion. I won't say too much yet.
E-40. Of course I'm gonna choose E-40. One, his catalog is bigger. Two, I mean, how deep do you want to go into this? Because in reality, before Mac Dre died, E-40 already had a platinum hit and 2 golds, and he was still performing in Fresno. He was still hanging out in Vallejo. He was still going yes, E-40.
You playing on my man's top.
I feel what she's saying, because basically what
He
she's
had
saying
a platinum album in
he
'95.
had it bigger. But what we saying is Mac Dre specifically started the Hyphy movement. That's what we mainly
So
saying.
see, that's why.
That ain't even really true.
If the question is who is more hyphy, then yes, we're gonna say.
Yeah,
Mac
that's why she
Mac
said who
Dre
side
is
you on.
If we are talking about catalog of work, who is better as an artist? Which I don't think either one is better, but who has a better catalog of work? I'm definitely gonna have to go with 40. Period.
I feel you, because he did the spit, he did have some hits, like you said. Most definitely.
We're not putting them against each other or anything. It's not any type of competition. It's just, giving recognition and giving credit where it's due.
More like some comparisons.
I feel like Mac Dre is better than E-40 in every aspect. But the only difference is E-40 went mainstream. He went mainstream with his hits. Mac Dre was still underground. A lot of people don't know.
He didn't go mainstream till after Mac Dre died, though.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on, because in 1995, Sprinkle Me, that was mainstream.
That was.
Hell.
It went mainstream, but I mean, it was him.
It went mainstream after they edited it.
Yeah.
But the original version still wouldn't, like, if he would have kept it the way it was, he still wouldn't have been able to play that on the radio.
But he switched it, though. But he could play it on the radio. That's what she's saying, I think.
I want to address some shit right quick. One of y'all made the comment who was Hyphy or who started the Hyphy movement. There's a common misconception about that. And the truth of the matter is that neither Kick the Sneak or E-40 started the Hyphy movement. It was really Kick the Sneak.
No, Kick the Sneak was affiliated with the Hyphy movement. Now Dre started the
He
Hyphy
didn't
movement.
start that because he didn't say the word till like after Dre died.
The person that created Hyphy in the first place was Kick the Sneak. He was saying that shit on record in the 90s, bro.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the movement, not the word.
The movement was something.
The movement came from the word.
I know, but I'm saying he didn't start the movement. Mac Dre got followed for the movement, not
way before the whole situation went down with Dre.
That's true, but if you Google it, it do say Mac Dre.
It say Mac Dre started it and officiated Kick the Sneak with it. The credit of the word. So meaning what you just said, Kick the Sneak made the word, but Mac Dre started the movement. So they affiliated together. And that's when you got the super hyphy, y'all talking about all of that.
So look, check this out. When did the movement actually start in y'all opinion?
Can you repeat that?
When did the movement actually start in y'all opinion? What year? What year was y'all?
That's a good question.
I know the answer.
But you said in our opinion. How is it a wrong answer?
Give us the answer then.
No, I didn't say it was a wrong answer. I said I know it. I know what it is.
I could have. What if I would have said it was started when I was born? Because I'm hyphy. You feel me?
I mean, I can't knock that. Hyphy is in you. You feel me? It is.
You feel me? Okay.
Look, officially that 2006. Why did I say 2006? Because my Ghetto Report Card dropped in 2006. And that head song, the biggest song on that album was Tell Me When to Go. Who was featured on that song? Kick the Sneak. What was the video shot at?
No, the remix.
Y'all said the movement. Y'all said the movement, right?
The original Kick the Sneak wasn't on it. Kick the Sneak was on a remix, which was made after the original.
Nah, Lil Jon had an interview with. He specifically called for.
Lil Jon not even from the Bay. Lil Jon from Atlanta.
He produced the record. What you mean? He produced the record.
I know he made the record, but that's 2006. Mac Dre not even alive no more.
We talking about
the movement. Matt
you
Dre,
think that the movement
Mr.
started
Fab,
after
who was
Mac Dre
signed
died?
to this entertainment. We talk about everybody that was from here.
That's what I'm saying. We talking about the movement. Y'all was just asking a question about the movement, right?
Y'all ever seen?
And what year it started? I named two things that was before 2006. Mac Dre and Mr. Fab's album was before 2006.
Okay, Keith was
Mr.
already
Fab
popping
album
long before the city. But look, this was my point, right?
Yes.
The movement started after the thing that sparked off the so-called movement was E-40. My Ghetto Report Card. Tell me when to go. They shot that in town, the whole shit. So you can credit the movement to whoever you can credit to whoever you want to. The whole energy, the spirit behind Hyphy and what started that whole shit. But that was in Oakland long before the 2006 the whole 9, bro. We was already Hyphy in the 90s.
That's my
Go back to 3 Times Crazy Stacking Chips, but that shit came out in 1997. That was
Y'all ever seen the True TV?
You talking about the mainstream Hyphy movement that everybody in LA copied?
No, the mainstream Hyphy movement came before 06. It was underground.
Have y'all ever seen Chill TV?
What's
Yeah.
Chill TV?
It got all the Bay Area rappers,
Wait.
all the rappers that we talking about basically, and they tell you where it came from, who started it, all of that. It's basically like a movie / documentary, but it's like 3 different discs. But it's each different rapper, all the rappers that we talking about, Keep the Sneak, Mac Dre, all of them, and they tell their stories on how all of this. Where yo, bruh? It's your connection.
Who?
Her. It's curious because every time her name come on the screen, it got like red lines. But see, your name, it got white lines, which means you got good connection. And then his name, it got white lines. He got good connection. And he got 5 bars. He's strong.
I see the host with the weakest connection.
Hey, bro. You gotta go in like your home office or something. So you
Yeah.
Right. You better go sit by the Wi-Fi box.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. My bad, and I forgot you was on here. But anyways, I got connection. My connection is good. Anyway.
So what you got to say, Kira? You've been quiet. Let us hear you speak.
Yeah,
Like I said, I'm diehard Mac Dre fan. Like my first tattoo almost was Fizz. I almost got Mac Dre name.
I remember that.
I'm diehard Mac Dre. I have a painting of Mac Dre in my room. So that's just. I feel like I'm.
Get it because I need to have it.
Oakland, Lake Merritt.
So.
I was at Lake Merritt, and some people
Lake Merritt.
had. Thank you. But I'm always gonna be diehard Mac Dre because when I look, like I said, I went through it this morning, just looking at for their top 10 best songs. And when I look at all of Mac Dre's songs, all of them are slaps. Every single one. If I go through my playlist, every single one is a hit. Like all them songs that I have on there, all 10. If somebody play them, you gon' get hypey. Now, E-40 on the other hand, it was harder for me to choose some songs.
Yeah,
that's like, okay. I'm talking about before that.
This is why this conversation is gonna be hard because if you gonna actually compare the two, you gotta talk about up till 2004. And if you
that's what I'm saying.
If you really
it's up to 2004. You comparing that E-40 was it's like he was mainstream. He had them 2 hits. Okay,
wait, are you saying mainstream makes you less credible or something? Like why
no,
do
I'm saying that makes him credible.
You know what? E-40 said himself. E-40 said himself in 2006 on this My Ghetto Report Card album. Only listen to underground. All that mainstream shit should be cooking water down. That's his own words. That's his own words. So, that's his own words, bro. I'm not saying he trash or nothing because he has mainstream hits, but that's his own words. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you gotta understand too. Y'all gotta keep in mind that Mac Dre was in the feds for 5 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that took a hell of a lot out of his career. If he was out of prison for those 5 years, we'd probably be having a totally different. You know what I mean?
Because Mac Dre still be on top.
He was selling more than any other rapper. It was him and Keep the Sneak. That was the 2 biggest rappers at that time.
Y'all forgot Too Short in this whole Hyphy movie conversation. Like
he not Hyphy though.
Like he ain't dropped. But he dropped.
So that ain't Hyphy.
Blow the Whistle, not Hyphy.
That was Hyphy. Hyphy record, but he's not a Hyphy artist. He's long. That's an OG. That ain't even that's a totally different conversation.
Wait, he's an OG. He's an OG in comparison to who?
He's OG in comparison to everybody. He came out in the 80s.
Yeah, he was mad. He was out in like 85, 84. He was already in the streets. We had underground tapes.
He's 10 years ahead of everybody else we talking about. E-40 was 88. He's like 4 years ahead of E-40.
Now, if you want to compare a show to somebody, you probably got to compare him to like camera.
40.
You feel me? Like,
You compare him to 40 barely because they both put out music all the way till now.
yeah,
But
true,
they're
true.
different artists.
But even 40 himself will tell you, Shorty's big homie.
He is. I honestly feel like, and when we talk about the catalog, because I think I heard somebody say, you know, E-40 catalog is way bigger than Mac Dre's, but it's the fact it's quality over quantity. Mac Dre got
So that's more of an opinion though. So realistically, if you're basing it off of who likes what,
The only reason
like
why
there's a lot of people that listen to underground rappers. Like just because they went platinum or nothing like that, they're still well known. But even as underground,
Sales can't really matter in this conversation.
So I got a question.
I
got a question.
Yes.
So if say E-40, say if he was to rap specifically about what Mac Dre rapped about, do y'all think they would be like neck to neck? Who would be ahead? If they both strictly rapped about hyphy movement and hyphy music and all of that.
Oh, man,
that wasn't. I mean, see, you bringing up hyphy, but like that ain't really that lane. Like 40 jumped on that bandwagon. He wasn't out the gate a hyphy artist. Dre was the only. That was a major artist that really embraced it. He could tell you himself.
I was just saying that. Wasn't we just saying that E-40 he hopped on trends?
Yeah.
He hopped on.
Because when I feel about E-40. I feel E-40 is versatile, so he can rap about anything that make him feel complete.
He hops on every trend. The man has Yiking music, so it's like you have hopped on every single trend to stay relevant.
He had a jerking song.
That means he can jump in any lane.
That's what I just said. He's versatile.
That's what most people want to be able to do. So he's
Drake
doing
do the
what
same
people
thing.
desire.
And he get killed the same way. So it's like ain't nobody seen that conversation. Drake do the same thing. He hop on trends. I didn't say he made.
Yeah, that's what artists do. That's what the bigger artists.
But that's what you want to do because the
no,
goal
I'm
is
saying that's what big artists do. That's what they do, and they're gonna get killed for it because they say.
Kanye did it. Jay-Z do it.
They all do it to stay relevant.
No, but if I was Mac Dre, I wouldn't hop on no train. I stick to my train, which making everybody go insane and keep making y'all go hyphy.
Drake created his own lane. Keith created his own. The only person that really, I mean, 40 up until like the 2000s had a lane to a degree. You know what I'm saying? He had that mob music lane, but you can attribute a lot of Oakland artists to the original mob music sound. Shout out to Mike Mosley because he produced those records, you feel me? But I can't really think of nothing that 40 actually created on his own. He get a lot of credit for slang, but
the way he raps,
the
way he raps.
The art of storytelling, that's my song.
For sure, he did, for sure. But I mean, outside of that, like, what can you say? Oh man, 40 created this, 40 started this. Pretty much everything that you get from E-40, you can attribute it to somebody.
What's that song he made? Them 2 songs he made for the Niners. I think he did that on his own because don't nobody want to do that. They suck. We talking about music. We're not talking about football. But I just had to say
the losers, the ones that choked in the Super Bowl.
I ain't gonna say that.
Nah.
I'm just saying, though. All right,
to be honest, they shouldn't have lost Super Bowl, but that's their coach fault. That ain't the team fault. That's all.
But wait,
no. Really, what's wrong with them? They get too happy at the end. When they winning, they get too happy.
Made it to the Super Bowl. Is that why y'all saying this?
Yeah, we ain't talking about the Super Bowl.
I just want to make sure we're not trying to compete where we can't compare. So if they team is trash, if anybody say Raiders,
calm down. I said the coach choked in his
and he had the purple color. He said, "Hold on."
My boys got chips though. Hey, Marshawn got him a ring. You feel me? That's all I'm worried about. You know what I'm
Again, you can't compete where you don't compare. Raiders ain't been in nobody's Super Bowl.
I'm not saying the Raiders is better than nobody. I said y'all coach. That's all I said. You ain't got to happen on the Raiders like we ain't got 3 rings. We got multiple championships.
Y'all celebrate before y'all even win, and then y'all end up.
Nobody say the Niners.
That's what I feel.
That's not what I said.
Y'all be doing good.
Can we get back to the topic at hand? Gasket or something?
Yep, we can get back to the topic. My bad.
And say, you know, even if Mac Dre was still alive, I don't feel like he would have been able to keep the hyphy movement going because eras split, eras changed. So after
you would have Mr. Fab though for another couple years.
For a couple of years, yes, but then the new movement would have started, which I classify as the next movement after the hyphy movement. You know, there was a small little period where interesting little rappers was coming, but the next big movement to me was like the HBK and
you can't skip over.
Wait, how? Okay, I have a question.
Music movement or Bay Area music movement?
I have a question.
She has a question, guys. She has a question. Go ahead.
My question is, what is the age range for the people that's inside this group?
I'm 20.
Okay. So
21 in December.
how long did you said 20?
I'm 20, but I'll be 21 in December.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so y'all,
Now, how old are you?
hypothetically, you said you think if Mac Dre would have still been alive, he would have went further. He would have kept it going.
He for sure would have.
I say he would have had the Hyphy
Yeah.
a couple more years for sure, just because of Mr. Fab and his album, because that was a classic album, his first one. So he would have at least got another year and a half, 2 years.
Okay, that's not
He was
bad.
about to blow up.
Okay, so now I have another question. Business-wise, from a business perspective in the music industry, who do y'all think is better, E-40 or Mac Dre?
Mac Dre, we didn't get to
Mac
see
Dre
him
died,
involved. Like,
and his
I'm
business.
talking about up
died,
until Mac Dre died. So don't count nothing that E-40 did before
2004.
Mac Dre died. I mean,
he was
after
in,
Mac
he
Dre
was in a
died.
pen. Feel me? Like he was in the feds. He was locked down.
If I want to say business, music industry-wise,
He had this, that whole entertainment, that record label, and everything.
Alright.
He was doing, I think he would have been like way better as far as his.
if I want to say music industry only, I can't name an artist bigger than Mr. Fab that E-40 has had since Mac Dre died. So I can't say that E-40's been better.
I'm saying before, so he
Like,
was not independent. He wasn't independent the entire time that he was actually rapping. So my
Dre?
question is for yes, Dre. So for the
Dre.
duration of his catalog and up until he died, and then the duration of E-40, business wise, who do you think made better moves?
I mean, we didn't
They
really get to
both
see.
had
I mean, 40
businesses of their
had
own.
some businesses, but they didn't necessarily do well. I mean, they was okay, but like, what
Well,
do you?
his label's still here, so I can't
Who?
say that.
Who is his?
40s.
Sick with it was he changed their name several different times, but that Sick with it just now starting to build itself back up. Now, Diz on the other hand, I mean, look what they doing, you feel me? But that was all started with Mac Dre, you feel me? He put that, he was the brainchild behind that, you feel me? He put that together, and now look at it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think of who's on Thiz now, because I don't know who's on Thiz now.
I don't either.
It's not really active, but as a brand,
Oh, as a brand,
as a
like
brand,
up to 2004, Thiz was a bigger brand, technically.
this was a bigger brand than Level, really.
It had a bigger hype.
But look, like we keep bringing up hype, hyping, but it's like that's not necessarily either one of their lanes. You feel me? Like you gotta just let their music for itself. You know what I'm saying? 40 had his own lane with the mob music, and Dre had his own little style. But that was, I mean, you can't necessarily call it all hype. You feel me? Not every record that he put out was hypey. You feel me? Like he was so versatile. I heard a record song, and I was like, wait a minute, ain't this a Beyonce song or something? Like he was rapping over Beyonce, Destiny Child era style beats back in that time period and going crazy. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? You usually got to give him that credit as an artist. I think as an artist, he would have been
Anything like
better.
Not My Job isn't necessarily a hyphy song, but
That's what
you know, it's still fire. He still raps his ass off.
Yeah, okay, you bet.
All right. Now, what was you saying before?
No, I was just talking about that artistic career. I mean, that's the only thing that you can really compare. Everything else is hypothetical. You feel me? Like, you can only really argue a lot of this shit if they were still here to this day. As an artist, you want to talk about catalog, content, bar for bar, quality, consistency. I mean, neck and neck, really. You know what I'm saying? I think when Drake got it,
2004, it's pretty even. If we only count until 2004, it's pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, when Drake came out the feds, like 40 really was kind of like falling off.
He
like
from
98 to 03
to 2006, he was flopping. Like I looked.
For
What
real,
do you mean he was flopping?
he was trying to find his style.
Let me look up E-40's his
You said from when to when?
Since we brought up
98
sales.
to 03.
98 to 03 sound more accurate to me.
I think
I'm like
so
95, 96,
is
he was
when
still
he dropped
popping.
Sprinkle Me. That's when he dropped Sprinkle Me. So I'm
Yeah,
saying
95
after
was
Sprinkle
Sprinkle
Me, after Sprinkle Me, until he dropped the tape that had Tell Me When to Go on it, he was flopping. There's none of his songs that are still hyped today that we still listen to on the radio or just still chilling. People that
I still listen to Art of Storytelling.
What type was that on?
I don't even know what album that was, to be honest. I think I heard it, but I can't tell you what album. Was it Blueprint of a Self-Made Millionaire? I feel like it was that one.
All the games went gold. Element of Surprise went gold.
He was doing
that's what Ann was looking at. Ann was looking at them going gold, but I'm like, okay, but there's no song that's still.
Are we talking cultural?
But keep in mind,
I'm talking culturally.
I'm 33. So my experience with it and me living through it and me, like I used to kick it with Dre. He was cool. He was super nice.
Yeah, my mom did too.
Miami, all of them. Right
Hey,
again,
I'm from
Cloud.
Oakland. Look, I was.
But what I am saying is that you
Feel
can't
me?
speak upon what it did for the culture when you weren't there for the culture.
That's on the Revenue Retrieving Day Shift, the song that I
I mean, it
sent you all
depends.
about.
I don't know if you can really say that to, be
I can say one thing.
100%
Like,
true.
I might have been a kid when it was going on, but I put
It
my foot
lasted.
in my mouth because of Mac Dre, not because of 40.
You said, say that one more time.
I said I was a little kid when all this was going on. Like I was 5, 6, 7, but I put foil in my mouth, act like I had a grill, not because of E-40. It was because of Mac
When
Dre.
it comes to Hyphy, when it comes to that so-called Hyphy movement, like I said, Hyphy existed before the movement in Oakland, California, and that the remnants of that same energy, that spirit, that culture still existed in Oakland. It's still there today.
But the
And that's why I
remnants
say
that was before the hyphy movement even came. It just had
that's what I'm
different.
saying. That's why I said Hyphy movement is something totally different. That's like I hate the Hyphy movement. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I can't stand that shit because I feel like it's hella falsy. You feel me? Like Dre didn't get what he deserved. Feel me? From necessarily get the benefit from that, and Keep the Sneak didn't get the benefit from that either. You feel me? Like the
He
only
didn't.
person that really benefited from that was Dre. Was E-40. Feel me? And then he went into Lil Jon and them catalog and became like a crunk artist damn near. You feel me? So that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay, so I have a question.
That's why I said we ain't talking about Atlanta shit. That's what I meant. Because after the Hyphy movement,
No,
Atlanta.
I was just bringing up Atlanta because, like you said, we was talking about why that was so significant in that movement and shit. Lil Jon knew, like, he wanted Keek specifically because Keek was the face of Hyphy. Like, it's nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Dre embodied it, and he has supported it in the whole nine, but he's the king of it. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody.
So for everybody, so we could switch over into like the Yiking and HBK movement. Top 5 out of the out of the Hyphy movement. Who your top 5 rappers who came out of that?
Mac Dre, Keek, and then I'm gonna say Mr. Fab. That's my nigga. Like to this day, he cool as fuck. I'll put 40 on.
I don't think he get the credit he deserve either.
And
Fab. Hell no, he don't.
Fab got hits. Wait, y'all see that battle?
He do.
I make playlists on Apple Music. That's another thing I didn't put that I do. I make playlists of everything. I got a whole Mr. Fab playlist on Apple Music.
I don't listen to him. The only song that I really listened to from Mr. Fab was that Still Feeling It song.
And you were still feeling it.
Because I was still feeling it. That's my favorite song.
New Oakland kicked out the club. Metros and chirping. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I got hits. And
This nigga remixed "Rock with You" by Michael Jackson and made it hypey and rapped on that shit. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, if anybody really carried on Dre torch and the Hyphy torch and really like was authentic with it, it's Fab for sure.
Definitely.
Everybody else just rode the wave. I mean, Fab was like really the mix between Hyphy and Kids. He was that link for sure.
Mm-hmm. And he went mainstream.
I feel like the
radio.
Hyphy
That's a whole other conversation.
It's the same.
What's that?
Y'all consider it one and the same?
No, they
The
told me.
Hyphy movement and the Thiz movement, is that one and the same to you?
Nah,
Nah,
they different.
they just happened at the same
Because
time.
I feel like Mac
was
Dre,
close.
I put Dre more in the Thiz category
He is.
and more of the Hyphy category.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why we got to clarify because for a long time, the lines got blurred. You feel me? Keek created that style. He did his thing with. A lot of people got on board and jumped on the bandwagon. 40, he had Turk Talk. They had a record called Hyphy when the niggas really put airfield. Like, you feel me? Dre was out there in Sac when he came up with the this shit. You feel me? Like, out there with them G Park White South Sac niggas. Some terrible, all them, like, they introduced me. So they got a little bit of credit for that, too. You feel me? But that was a totally different movie. You feel me? Hyphy was something else. But, like I said, they couldn't. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Your outfit
It's
is.
alright.
Didn't see it before this. Okay.
Okay, so top 5, you said Mac Dre, Mr. Fab, Keep the Sneak. You said you was gonna put E-40 in there?
I was gonna put E-40 in there just because he had those 2 major hits that were Hyphy movement hits.
Okay.
And for a 5th, I don't know. I don't know who I put at 5th, honestly.
Man, I can't stand the movement. But I damn near agree with everybody else.
I'm very curious. Why don't he? I don't know who said that. Why don't he like the movement? Which one is that?
Me.
Eric, that's Eric.
I just can't stand it because, like I said, like a lot of people, became vultures and jumped.
That's what I meant with Atlanta.
They didn't create, they didn't contribute, you know what I'm saying? They didn't really live that lifestyle. Like you said, a lot of people wasn't born in.
But how old are you, Eric?
Eric froze.
Yeah, Eric froze.
Damn, he froze.
I thought it was me, y'all.
It ain't nothing but the dang devil.
I thought it was me.
Well,
Well then, Erik, till then.
Well,
back in.
yeah, he'll
Like
probably
Mr. Fab said, well, up until then. Next question.
Okay, well, Diamond, do you agree with his top 5? Because I agree. Erik, he agree. Or his top 4 because he didn't get a 5th one. I would say the Federation too.
For surely. I was gonna say that. I was like, I agree, but I would throw the Federation on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a 5th really because I was like, it's a lot of people that just did stuff. There was Hyphy, and it was like I can't just throw one in and forget the other. But the Federation had a lot of hits that they produced too.
What you think, Ann? You agree with us?
Welcome back.
My bad.
Where you see Erik? Oh, okay. I have to have 2 screens.
Oh wait, you said we cannot add. I don't know, cause yeah. See, I like what's his name, Taxi Million.
Mm-hmm.
I still like Too Short, E-40, Keep It Sneak. I do like the Federation.
We still talking about top 5?
Yeah.
Because I'm
Top
trying
5,
to think
yeah.
of his name.
Who? What's the song?
Messy Marv.
You put Messy Marvin in the top 5?
For
I
Hyphy.
don't know if he Hyphy though.
Yeah.
I feel like that was an era in between Hyphy and Yiking.
It was the 05 to 2010.
Yeah, there was like a little error.
Or 06. Or
But look, let them Frisco niggas tell it wasn't Hyphy.
Well, who?
Let the Frisco niggas tell it they wasn't Hyphy. You feel me? They was around and they embraced it. Like I said, like it's you know what I'm saying. We giving a lot of people extra credit for being just around during the Hyphy movement, but necessarily being Hyphy artists.
Yeah.
See.
But okay, so y'all want to include that time period. Y'all trying to include the time period from when the Hyphy movement ended and before the Yiking movement, because I feel like the Yiking started like
2008-ish.
I'm trying to think because I
What
started.
is the difference between Hyphy and Yiking? What's the difference between the
It's a
movements?
big
Oh,
difference.
It's a dance.
Because Hyphy is like when you
I know it's a different dance,
or
but I'm
whatever.
saying specifically,
Yiking is
really, what is the difference? Okay, no, that's
The
not what.
music don't even sound the same.
We're talking music wise, right?
Yiking came out the function. Yiking came out the function.
Yiking is for the party.
Think the E-40 song was trying to
And
function
what
versus the E-40 song
was
coming from-
Hyphy? If Yiking is for the parties, what was if Yiking was for the parties, what was Hyphy?
Oh, look,
Hyphy wasn't
Hyphy
centered
is not
around
twerk
dance.
music and Yiking is.
Hyphy wasn't centered around dance culture.
Wait,
So,
what?
What?
He
I
said
said-
Hyphy wasn't what?
I said Hyphy wasn't centered around dance culture though. That was a part of our culture, totally based off of dance culture. You feel me? Like, and that's just
Since you're the oldest one here, you explain from your perspective what Hyphy is, because you was there.
we want to. I want to know.
Listen, I'm
I'm
here to
telling you this
learn.
off.
I'm here to
This is
learn.
what we doing.
No, go ahead, Annabelle.
To be honest, being Hyphy to me was like when we going to the side shows, when we kicking it, when we partying. Yes, we're getting Hyphy. It was all the same. It's a party era, no different than Yiking was a party era. Exactly. You see how it still made you want to dance? It still made you want to have a face? It still made you want to do all that?
Oh,
But look at this.
Listen,
All right.
Yiking is a specific dance. Yiking is specific. Like that is literally
I do
a
know
girl
that.
doing this on a guy. Like it's literally that's what it is. So people began making music for people to do that exact dance on people.
I'm curious.
And that's why it only lasted like 2 years.
I'm really curious as to like what y'all see Hyphy as for real, because I want to because it's a lot of people different opinions and views.
I agree with what you're saying about Hyphy not necessarily being centered around dance culture, and then her describing it as not only dancing proves your point, because you said it was when you at the side shows, when you want to dance, but it's not necessarily only dancing, it's everything.
Yeah.
And Yiking is specifically only dancing.
Yiking was dancing. Yiking's
Yiking
not
is dancing.
Yiking
That whole culture was based off that
is
dance.
just dancing.
The indie dance. That's
Now
Yiking.
see, look, like I'm gonna give y'all some game, right?
Give me
So
some game.
y'all know who MAC is? Mac Blast?
Yeah.
Acorn, West Oakland, Gas.
Oh yeah.
Street Legend, 5 Minutes Funk, all that. Mac Blast said himself, man, you know, Hyphy women, I don't know nothing about a Hyphy. We started in B units, you feel me? Like, Hyphy was something that came out the streets. It wasn't necessarily a good thing. It had a negative connotation at first. When somebody said, oh, them niggas Hyphy, that was like a bad thing. Like, you didn't want to be associated with no Hyphy at one point in time. When Drake came about and added that free spirit, you know, personality to the Bay Area culture at the time, that's when the shit got blurred and then people started to be a little more free spirit and all that shit. But the dancing and all that was definitely a part of our culture out here in the town. You feel me? It was turf dancing. The turf dancing shit, you know, everybody hood had a particular dance. You feel me? Brookfield cats, they got their Brookfield dance. You feel me? West Oakland niggas had their dances. You feel me? Like everybody had their one particular dance. That was considered turf dancing. You feel me? That was a part of the culture. Later on, it became immersed in hyphy culture. Sideshow became a part of what we consider to be hyphy culture. To me, I always look at hyphy as synonymous with open culture. You feel me? Like that's what it represents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
I appreciate. What's his name?
Eric.
Okay.
Erik.
He's a very smart young man.
He is. I'm telling you, these two men on here, they got knowledge. They got knowledge for days.
I feel like I've seen you, bro, before too. I feel like I know you from somewhere, so I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, you look familiar as fuck too. I'm like, I know you, but I don't know where.
We crossed paths too, and we didn't chop it up for sure too. Like,
yeah,
we crossed up.
So, what are y'all calling this period? Because on my paper, I don't have nothing. I did not feel like
you didn't have a name for it.
That I feel like the era between the Hyphy and the Yiking wasn't like it. It wasn't
really
that.
That was when
I don't feel like there really
was.
I don't think it was an era. I think it was just music.
I don't think there was an era between, because in reality, Hyphy can fall under so much. You can do so much with Hyphy that even I don't feel like it just like died and then there was a gap and then there was something else.
Oh no, I never died.
Look,
never died.
Yeah, I
can
think
tell you what happened in the streets of Oakland. We had Live Wire Records, Jay Stalin, Lil Blood, Filthy Rich. They had their whole movement, and they really had this shit on lock. They held the bay down for that time period. That gap you speak of from like 07, 08, 09, all that up until Yiking and HBK really got popping. Because HBK didn't get popping until like 7th grade. I was like 7.
I was in 6th grade when they started dropping.
I was like 2012 when, So that time period, that like 5-year space, that was Live Wire Records. They really ran that, and DVD General, and a whole bunch of cats in Oakland. You feel me? A lot of people wasn't able to keep up with what happened with the Hyphy movement, so a lot of people fell back. You feel me? Live Wires, they came back with DJ Fresh. He dropped a lot of Tonight shows. They had the mob music shit, the new generation of the mob music shit with a little bit of Hyphy element to it. They had this shit on lock. You feel me?
Okay. Now, who do y'all credit? Because, you know, like I said, it's like I put HBK / the Yiking movement because when people think about that era, they always think of them HBK dudes. Like, they started that whole era. They had all the influence. But
that's what I started it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you would credit an artist, because I'm saying, like, over Yiking music, over Yiking, because HBK...
DJ J12.
Did you say DJ J12?
DJ J12 and Price of Rock. They started it. Matter of fact, Choke was the first one. Choke and them was the first ones to really do Yiking. They brought that came out of town too. They was the ones that started the Yiking shit. But then Sage the Gemini came out with Red Nose. They called it the Red Nose dance.
Yeah.
I got a whole lot to say.
Gas pedal and gas, and you know, so all that slow down. Then it became a whole movement. Clyde Carson had to slow down. Feel me? So that was
that shit hard.
Feel me? That was around the same shit. But like that came out of Oakland too. I ain't even try to put this shit, you know, make it seem like Oakland started other shit, but
no, we get the baby.
I know somebody gonna be like, man, here you go with that Oakland. You know?
Listen, don't matter.
Dragging Oakland earlier today because we was talking about Hyphy. It was on Twitter, and they was like, Oakland swear they created the word Hyphy, and I'm like, y'all people from San Francisco saying that. What the fuck did y'all do? Like, like y'all didn't do that. So like, why are y'all mad at Oakland?
I'm hella mad. Like
y'all didn't come up with the word Hyphy because they said the word Hyphy and all that came from Oakland, and then people was mad. That's what I'm saying. I was like, why are you mad about that? Why is it that?
Can't nobody else. Name another artist that said Hyphy before Kids.
Only other city that could try to claim that word is Vallejo. Like that's it.
Barely. That's because Dre.
Because of Dre. That's what I'm saying.
Dre was making records talking about, you know, all I was supposed to be really getting hyped. Maybe like he was rocking with it.
So top 5 from the Yiking HBK movement. Go.
I am Sue. Nah, I'm playing. I am Sue. Pilo. I'm gonna say. I'm not putting Sage.
What?
I'm not.
Why you not gonna put Sage?
Because he had 2 records, he ain't do shit after that.
I mean, they was big ass records though. That nigga said
it was records.
It was big ass records. You know, I put him at 5th, but before him, I'm gonna put what's his name?
And that air, you know, please Sue. You know what I'm saying?
Jake and Cool John.
Cool John. Okay, Diamond, you go.
Y'all go first. I gotta listen to this.
Go, Erik.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with the creators first. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say Price of the Rock. They 12. They didn't a duo, so I count them as one. Clyde Carson, feel me? I Am Sue for sure, because he was the head of that movement over there in the HBK shit. I don't know. That was a movement, but it was quick. Like, it wasn't too many main cuts. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess you want to say HBK, we can say Skip, feel me? Cool John, P-Lo, whoever. But yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking with my top 5, I guess I'm gonna put I Am Sue or HBK, just the whole gang. I'm gonna put them as number 1.
Okay.
I'll put them as number 1 just because I remember in 6th grade, before I really started listening to Yiking music, I was listening to them on the way to school. That Swaggin' All Day was always playing on the radio.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put them first. Then I'm putting
Skip.
And I'll be swagging all day. But I'll put I'll put Sage Gemini. Then I'll put Price the Rock.
In HBK though.
No, I'm saying like as a all together.
HBK.
I'm saying all together, like I'm putting all of HBK as number 1 because they started that whole like period. And then I'm gonna put whatchamacallit, what's his name? What I said, Sage Gemini. I'm going for Priceless the Rock. I want to put Remedy.
Remedy was
had hits. Remedy had
his
shit. Toot it up. I'm
you can catch me in the front. You can catch me in the back.
That's my song. And then for number 5, I want to say D-Mac because Panoramic, I still listen to that. But at the same time, I don't know. Because there has to be somebody hotter than D-Mac. D-Mac really had that song.
But then again, well, y'all compare songs, but it was some of them who really pushed it more out with their dancing.
Okay, we can talk about dancing and Get It Indie.
I was about to say, because Get It Indie.
She the reason that we got
it. Look, if you gonna,
but she did make a couple of songs that some girls liked. It depend on what the, you feel me, whatever. But her dancing for surely made it an outburst. For surely.
We weren't dipping. We call it indie dip.
Exactly, and then
we wasn't doing
that. I would call that the function area. Feel me? Like,
you call it the function area.
I would call that the function area because there was a lot of shit going on. Like the Yiking shit was different from the HBK shit.
But they was doing it. They was Yiking.
I like that function area.
Yeah, we for sure was. That's what I'm saying. Like that was.
All of that was
HBK
and ran with it in different parts of the country. So.
That's facts. People in Dallas be yiking, and I don't understand.
No. People in Dallas, literally, people I knew from Dallas was like, oh, I remember that yiking shit. I was like, what the fuck do you know about that?
Exactly.
I was on YouTube watching tutorials. Then people from the Bay wasn't making tutorials about yiking in 2008.
Hey, get it in,
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about random shit.
Oh, yeah.
People in Dallas was watching. We knew about it. They didn't.
Yiking came from old school Jersey. That so-called Blueface.
Bruh, listen, Blueface got the game fucked up because that whole shit he did with this, that's from Pittsburgh. So I'm like,
500
this is no, that is called
you know what I'm saying?
Jersey,
That's for sure our shit.
That's
so when they went on Hot 97 and said, oh, when Whack 100 stupid ass got on the radio and said on Hot 97,
it's just like saying like
he a sucker. We don't speak on sucker, man.
Exactly. That's why I don't even like mentioning his name.
That's like the boy who made the Smees. That's like trying to say he didn't make the Smees because if you look back to a couple of Price's Rock videos when he had his old crew before he had Get It In and C2 Saucy, they was doing the Smees in them videos too. So it's like
Chunk, and honestly, Chunk.
Wait, who did you say did the Smees?
Chunky.
Yeah, he did.
But I'm saying, like, if you go back to other videos,
Chunk,
like Price of Rock and the people that is doing the Yiking movement, they was Smees in the video.
There's another guy that's trying to claim Smees, but I thought I saw it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what
Smees is becoming national.
Kira had did a dance, and he said that wasn't you feel me. So I was just saying, like, that's basically comparing it to that.
Oh yeah, because 500 Dip, it's because people take it and run with it. So there was people who did that dance before 500 Dip team came, but 500 Dip, that was like we took it and ran with it. Now Blueface took it and ran with it. Now it's credited to Blueface.
But everybody do it different, yeah. I'm talking about.
I mean, let's be honest. No, you got to take that with a grain of salt. Like they said, Miley Cyrus invented twerking. Like,
ain't nobody ever said that for real.
Yes, they really were.
They invented the best of both worlds. That's
the Caucasians. You talking about the Caucasians? We ain't
talking about them. We talking about people that try to credit.
What Caucasians talking about.
We don't give a fuck
in the
about
USA.
what.
That's the only credit I'm giving her.
We don't care what Rolling Stone got to say about Black culture.
Who didn't give their top 5? Diamond, give your top 5.
Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, she was listening. You try to get out of that.
I threw y'all off when I said what I said. That's why, because really I was going to throw Get It Indie on there, but I was thinking of like dancing and stuff. But y'all talking about songs, so
it's the whole function era.
Function era. That's what I'm calling it. The function era.
So I would go with HBK. I'm not going in order. I'm just saying my top 5.
Mm-hmm.
I would go with HBK. I would go with Get It Indie. I would go with. Well, I'm gonna say Get It Indie, Practice the Rock, DJ J12. That's all in one because they was a group. So I'm gonna go with that group right there. So that's my 3rd.
Throw me on C2 Saucy. Keep going.
Yeah, C2 Saucy, he in that group too.
I said throw me on him.
Oh, I can.
He followed me. No, let's stop. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Girl, get out of here. Anyway. For sure Remedy, because Remedy was doing his thuggy.
Toot it up. And that last one's hard.
That's why top 5s be getting me because I'm like, damn, who do I put it
hard?
Well, you could throw Sage in there just off the rip for me. That Red Nose.
Definitely, because Red Nose.
I'm gonna throw Sage. I'm gonna throw Sage and D-Mac because they made a song together.
Yeah, so Panoramic. Because Red Nose and
Panoramic, right? That song.
Those are the
and Panoramic had my party fired up, and I was only 13.
Period.
We was in there.
Gas pedal.
I hate them songs now because they was played out so.
They played the shit out of them.
The school DJs trying to mix it up and everything.
Mixing it up with 2 records for them. Like, mix it up, bro. All right. No.
Can't stand it.
So, Ann, do you have anything to say? I know this is not in your lane no more.
Excuse you. Well, let's make sure we're clear. At the point that, first of all, we all know I'm hella immature. Second of all, at the point that y'all was doing what y'all was doing at y'all house parties, I was just at the club doing it. That's all.
Oh, y'all was in the club doing that too? But we ain't gonna get on that level.
Not my club, because I don't club.
I still haven't been to a club in California.
But guess what? My club was more popular than your club because I was there.
Period, sis. But, okay.
All right. I don't have a top 5 in this category because I liked all the artists. I will say.
All right, how about
came out? I really
the top 5 for your function?
Clyde Carson. I don't know what the hell.
You don't even know his name.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Slow down.
I think to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I think most of the people that came out, it kind of all sound the same to me. So I didn't differentiate. Oh, it's the truth. So to me, all of them. I will say that when I went to see Sage the Gemini at the concert, though, he was super sweet too. So I mean, I could add him just because he was nice. Oh, I don't want to go to a carnival ever.
Fair, carnival, whatever. He be there every year. Right at Antioch Fairground.
Oh, you talking about that Fair Stunning Girl was there last time I seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like Stunning Girl.
Mm-mm.
I like her a little. So okay, now let's get into the new era. So like, I hope all of y'all seen that post that Yatta put yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that also. No, I ain't gonna say.
Yep, I seen it. Yatta.
Okay.
I just want to know what the hell he meant by that statement. Like, what exactly did you start? Maybe for Frisco, you know what I'm saying? Him and Yates did their thing for Frisco, but you talking about like Oakland, like I can't think of no artist in the town that was actually influenced by Brett. They was working with them and we loved the music, we're slapping it all night, but I can't think of not one artist from that era or now that sound like Yatta to me. You can't say Pop sound like Yatta, you can't say Clyde the Max sound like Yatta, you can't say Black, you can't say Jim, you can't say none of them sound like Yatta, Yay. Like, come on, what did you start? Feel me? Like, that's what I really want to know. What he meant by that. You want to talk about like who I say started this new wave? I mean, as far as we didn't got heavily influenced by Detroit. We were because Detroit reminded us of our original sound. Feel me? We love that Detroit beat, so we mixed in with Detroit shit with that new open twist. Shout out to Drew Banger, like he the new Ant Banks of this area. You feel me? Drew Banger got everybody hits. You feel me? He producing Easy and TTE and all those guys. They responsible for the sound, right? you know, that's all town shit. Like the music is kind of going back to what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little modern twist. You know, that mob music sound, some of that hyphy shit. You know what I mean? Like
That's true.
you can't say that shit came from Yatta, none of them.
So when he said he started the movement, he was talking about music, because I didn't know what movement, because really I don't see no like big movement going on in the city. Like it's cool or whatever. You got some cool rappers out there, but it ain't like where you be like if they told me that it was a concert in the city and a concert in Oakland, 9 times out of 10 I'm going to Oakland.
Of course we going to Oakland.
10 times.
But it's like when Yatta, once Yatta start really pushing his music and start doing what he was doing, then here come everybody else rapping about how many bitches they fucked, the money they got, how many niggas they didn't kill or something like that, or how they could cause hits and all of like that. And then it's like once he went down, then the killing rate more up than the music rate. Keep people so lit.
Cause look, don't get it in sound like a Detroit record. That don't sound like Detroit beats to y'all?
No, it do. Cause when I heard Detroit, when I started hearing Detroit new shit, I was like, that sound like us. But then I got to think though.
We bite off of each other.
The way our music and Detroit music sounds, it's always been intertwined like that.
Yeah, we got one Detroit. It ain't no thing, but like that's what I'm saying. If anybody Bay Area, this new wave should be credited to anybody is Detroit, I guess, because you can't say no person from Frisco.
And most people's songs sound like Yatta is because they rap with Yatta, and when they let Yatta start and they just hop on when he finished, and they keep his vibe going on the song versus switching it up and having their own flow. Yeah, they're like, okay.
Now, if he talk about rap style and flow, he definitely got one of the most influential flows for sure.
And I feel like that's what he made.
Him and Yates, a lot of niggas is trying to rap like him and Yates.
Saying A after every single sentence. Because I know for sure I think Diamond could attest to this too. When we was in the studio back in high school, everybody started sounding like them. And it's not even just Yatta. Who I really want to credit for the way that people rap now is SOB.
That's what I was saying. We talked about that.
As soon as they start dropping music, everybody in the studio started making songs like them.
Hey, shout out to Clyde because he don't get his credit.
Everybody remix Anti. Everybody and Mama remix Anti.
Everybody remix Anti, but yes, it was Clyde.
I put the niggas on. I don't care.
Definitely, with his fine self. But
we're not here for that.
We're not.
She's sick.
I'm just saying, he's adorable.
Oh my god.
Okay, but again, I say people started rapping like Mike Sherm for sure. Mike Sherm and
Mike
SOB had the biggest influences.
For the young dudes, I say for these young like YouTube,
for the young dudes, Instagram. But they both fell off.
SOB fell off because they kept trying to be mainstream when they should have just kept doing what they was doing and going mainstream doing it.
Shout out to Troy.
Then they was telling each other business. You feel me? He got his chain.
They tell each other business. Then bruh left, and then bruh had a murder charge and shit. And I was like, God damn. And then
they got into when they got into it with Trill Youngins, it just ended their group. They was done for.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's crazy though because I really thought the Trill Youngins was gonna be done for after that.
Remember when the Trill Youngins came to our school? Everybody
they came to pick.
Hey, keep it 100. Trill is one tape away from being the hottest group in the Bay again.
And what you think happened?
Me? As far as what?
Why you think they didn't make it? Why you think they did not blow the way that they could have? I think
it's management, who you know.
I think it got more to do with how they was involved in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, them Sunnyside cats, they active. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like, and I think they just kind of got sidetracked, you know, trying to keep the streets and also make a, you know, music career. And also at the same time, 2014, Oakland and Bay Area, like, we didn't have the infrastructure now as the music industry. You feel me? Like, we got Empire. You know.
Okay, so wait, before I leave, I will, because really I don't mind leaving because I'm about to go cook my oxtails. But are you even in California? Ain't all y'all gone?
All of them are in California.
I'm in Cali, baby.
I'm in the
My bad. Okay. So I have
a question.
You just got done saying that one of them is one hit away from blowing up, right?
I said the Trill Youngins is a tape away from being back to where I believe they more so where they can go, like as big as they once was in the future. In the past.
I can never go on.
So my actual question that I want to ask is, and this is just to y'all everybody can answer it. This whole like the Bay Area don't really get the respect they deserve and all of that. Do you actually pay attention to the compare and contrast between other places that blow up in California?
For
I
sure.
won't talk about that, but
And what do you think
That's
it is?
conversation. Y'all want to talk about that next?
I really have that question because I genuinely believe wholeheartedly that realistically, especially in California, like we have this whole Western way of thinking where everybody got to do it myself and it got to be mine.
I was talk about that.
Oh, okay. So Michael and Eric, these are like the two most intelligent dudes that I've ever spoken to.
Light skin and dark skin. I like it. Peanut and butter.
I'm African. That's all I claim.
And is back in, so y'all can go ahead.
Look, she don't even feel welcome no more. She probably ain't gonna speak for the rest of the time.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna still speak.
All right, so let's set this up again. So we were talking about why I believe that why do I feel like the Trail Youngers didn't blow up back in 2014 days. Then it came into the question about, the Bay Area infrastructure and why do we have this mentality about independence and this crab in the bucket mentality, you feel me? So, hold on.
Michael, or you can go first, whichever.
You go first. You breaking it down. Go ahead. You go first.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, I think early on you got to think about just open culture, like street culture. We always kind of had to get it out ourselves, you feel me? Like we always had to like grind and take care of business on our own terms, you feel me? Like just real independent with it, you feel me? Like we never really got no handouts out here, no outside help or nothing, you feel me? And it helped us as far as business, as far as rap is concerned, because it gave us that independent drive, that independent hustle. You know what I'm saying? That mentality that a lot of people are trying to copy today. But I think that mentality that we don't need nobody, we don't need no outside help, is kind of now backfired, or it has backfired for a long time, because now we like nobody want to, hold hands and, share, and, what I'm saying? Nobody want to like teach each other the game. I mean, like, it's the only thing for themselves now. You know what I'm saying? So as far as that is concerned, I just feel like that's what really held us back for a long time. The back in Oakland.
Mute yourself.
Who?
I hear your keyboard.
You being a little bitchy right now. I'm gonna need you to bring that down 7 notches. Like the fuck.
I'm just saying, all I hear, I'm trying to listen to Erik. And all I hear is
Listen, Linda. It is not my fault that you don't know how to say it politely.
Oh, I'm sorry. Annabelle, I'm so
Mute
sorry
yourself.
to interrupt your typing, but could you mute yourself, please? Because I cannot.
Let him finish. Stop talking.
All right. Saying, yeah, I just feel like that independent mentality that nobody, or since nobody, I don't need to tell nobody else, that shit backfired. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have hella OGs, big homies out here. Like, in LA, one thing I respect about that gang culture is that they have some type of structure, you feel me? Like, you got to get put on, you know what I'm saying? It's a big homie, somebody that you answer to. As far as Oakland concerned, we don't have that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no, it's dudes 12, 13, 14 years old walking around with like pocket rockets and, you know what I'm saying, riding in stolos, and they feel like they grown. I don't got to answer nobody. My mama wasn't around, my daddy wasn't around. So we don't have that type of structure. We don't have nobody that we can look up to, because the OGs that we got, that we supposed to have, they came up the same way. You feel me? They like, oh, I didn't have nobody, so shit, I got it myself.
You get it yourself.
Yeah, so.
I want to make a comment on that real quick, because when you were saying we don't like to help each other, it's like every man for themselves. I be thinking not even just music wise, but man, teach me how to crack cards. Like, please, I've been wanting to do this for so long.
It's not that hard, sis.
All I'm saying is,
y'all got this conversation on video or none of that.
We for sure gotta cut that.
This ain't even that type of conversation. I don't even know nothing about no chord. What you talking about?
So can I just say something really quickly?
Yeah, please.
That right there is the exact reason why motherfuckers don't want to help people.
All right, skipping over. Anyways, so look, I'm just trying to learn.
I want to know if anybody else agree with him, because I really do feel that way. Like in the Bay, everybody seemed to want to move. Everybody want to move as an independent instead of like, okay, so part of what I feel like the Hyphy movement, girl, you did that while the camera is on? Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna talk about that later. We'll talk about that offline. But what really to me made like the Hyphy movement and what made everybody know about it was because at some point there was a little bit of unity. Everybody was on the same hype. But then
Turf dancing was so impactful in Oakland. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna.
Come on, y'all can't debate about who's gonna go ahead now.
Turf dancing was so impactful and so important in our culture because it gave us the opportunity and the space to be able to like go and get out our frustrations or aggressions, the little hood turf politics. We was able to like battle that out and dance for them, kind of like how they did in LA with the Crunch. We was able to get out from Brookfield and go to somebody with Sabrina Park and we can dance. We have a battle, you feel me? Like it gave us that space, you feel me? It gave us that unity, that camaraderie, you feel me? Like bruh, one of my partners named Jay the Banker, shout out to Jay, you feel me? He just posted a video of an old school turf battle, you feel me? With DJ Upgrades out there playing them old school records, you feel me? And it was opening, man, I'm talking about DB open when it was bad, you feel me? Everybody was outside, ain't nobody fight, ain't nobody get shot. It was cool because everybody knew what they was there for. You know what I'm saying? So the Hyphy shit did give us some of that unity and that camaraderie, you feel me? But I think when the shit just died down and we got back to normal and, you know, a lot of folks started going to the pen and getting killed, 07 was a terrible, 06 was a terrible year. That's supposed to be the year for Hyphy. Shit was...
Isn't DJ Upgrade created that song, Drop It to the Clap, right?
Yeah,
he created
earlier. Drop It to the Clap.
He created Drop It to the Clap. He created Get Active. He created.
That's my favorite.
I think he did the beat for Bird Street. He created like that whole era, Mob Squad, DJ, DB the General, and Rico the Kid, and that whole era. I mean, he was responsible for that.
Yeah,
that's what I came up on. You feel me? For real. I live that. But yeah, I agree with her point though. You feel me?
So I was watching. Have y'all watched? Y'all know who? What's the Sonny Bo and Sonny Bo? So
we done with that last question? I want to hear why y'all.
Oh yeah.
Why y'all?
Of course, you just gonna move on past my question.
I want to know.
Selfish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Michael. I was actually, hold on. I was putting in my 2 cents for that question.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
So if y'all know Sonny Bo, Louis Bank or whatever his name is,
Don't do too much. He funny as fuck.
He cool. I was watching his podcast. He has a podcast called The Cali Kickback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he was talking about the difference. It's him and some dude, can't remember his name. Big dude. He looked like my brother.
He's funny as hell.
Yeah, they were talking about the difference between LA and the Bay. He was like, Bay Area people, our pride is too high. Like our pride is too high. That's why we never want to work with nobody. We think we could do it by ourselves. We go somewhere else and we think everybody weird. And he was like, yeah, like we think everybody weird. We better than everybody. I can speak on that from people who I went to school with back at Dillard because Dillard.
That's why you talk about that.
Yeah, 90% of everybody at Dillard is from California, and they think everybody is weird. Like they stay in their room because they think everybody is weird.
Well, to be honest, everybody is weird if you ask me.
They are.
They are. Okay, they are. But
they weird, but they think they weird to the point where you can't deal with them.
Sometimes you need to work with somebody.
People. Yeah.
Sometimes.
So basically, you're saying that they are hindering themselves because of their own thought that they're weird.
We think everybody here. We think we better. Sometimes we have our pride is too high. We think we can get it out the mud, which some people like being able to say, "I got it out the mud. I didn't have nobody's help."
But even if so, here's the thing, right? Getting it out the mud and having help is like that.
Nobody is a billionaire.
Nobody in this world has done anything independent of another person. So just because you got it out the mud does not mean that you cannot accept help or you can't like networking. Part of the reason why I tell everybody, go to college. College is the best way to network. Oh God. Teachers, students, everything. Like network with everybody. You can still get it out the mud and have that shit be your own, but you need to realistically, you can't do the shit by yourself. And the only people that are doing stuff by themselves is usually, people that are bums.
That's why I'm about to cut.
And they're bumming by themselves. Like, the best people that do stuff by themselves are dumpster divers. Niggas that's out here picking cans, they pick them up by themselves and they take them to the recycle. Those are the motherfuckers that's getting out the mud doing it themselves.
Technically, not by yourself, because if I didn't drink all them beers, you wouldn't have had them cans. You know what I'm talking about?
so technically, ain't nobody really getting it by themselves.
Yeah, like
nobody.
With the Bay and the music industry, just music industry by itself. Too Short did it by himself, and he got the Jive deal. selling
handle by
out
itself.
the back of his trunk. But I'm saying that's the thing that
Without the industry,
without the industry. That's what I'm talking about.
Industry.
That's what I'm talking about. Not without other people. Without the industry. Then
Oh,
you got guide distribution, and then everybody's seen that. They grew up and seen Too Short.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna bring up that point about 40, and we was talking about sales and shit. A large part of the reason why he was able to get platinum and shit, because I mean he was selling. That's why he got that back end bonus, because he was already selling heavy in the Bay, but he was able to get more mainstream exposure by
exactly.
That's why he was getting gold platinum, because
exactly.
him and Dre was neck and neck in the sales department.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, artists that come up in our generation now, all they see is that, because that's only 2 artists that made it out, quote unquote. So they like, all right, if they went independent, they didn't have nobody help. I don't need nobody. Fuck that. I got hits. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do this.
Get that shit too.
I need to do this, and then they fall off, or people stop fucking with them.
Mm-hmm.
They seen as an asshole, or SOB, like they try too hard and they do too much mainstream, and then they fall off.
And then they broke up.
Then they broke up, or you break up and do stupid shit like that. Like things that didn't have you where you are, you do the opposite because you think that you could do it somebody else's way. The Bay Area never had, like with LA and the Bay, LA always say, oh, we got this, we got that. Y'all have Hollywood. Y'all have Capitol Records.
Yeah, they swear they don't got no type of
We don't have
every major record label has a fucking seat in LA. So you can't ever tell me LA.
Man, let me go to LA. I'm famous.
If you in LA and you ain't on in like 4 or 5 years, bro, you damn near trash.
Because you see every artist from
niggas.
the Bay, they go to LA. Like every artist, as soon as they get hot enough,
that shit gotta change.
in your city no more.
I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite artists out right now that's from the Bay. He not Hyphy or nothing like that. Guap 4000. That's my nigga from Oakland.
That's a real West Oakland.
That's a real nigga, bruh.
Yeah,
he went to LA. He moved to LA, and that's how he started.
They all do. Cause
he don't even sound like an Oakland nigga.
The dude Lewis, he posted it. He was like, my dad told me, if you want to do anything, you gotta go. He was like, if you want to do anything in life, you really want to be big, you gotta get out of
you can only do so much.
I learned that the hard way with my podcast.
But that's okay. So listen, but that's anywhere, right? So like, even yes, it is, because even people like, okay, when you think about it, right? Even if, let's say you from the Bay and you make a little buzz out here, then you go to LA and you make a buzz out there, and you could make it bubble quicker. You still got to make sure, like, everybody want to be known worldwide, not just in their city.
Right.
So you need to be comfortable with getting the fuck up and get the fuck away, regardless of where you go to LA, Atlanta. Like
I wasn't saying
big markets.
I wasn't saying don't leave.
Bigger markets.
I wasn't saying don't leave. I was saying the Bay don't have an infrastructure for the music industry, and that's why people have to leave.
We got
where they blow up when they stay.
Yeah.
That's why, like, we got it with Empire now, and that's distribution.
That's leveling the playing field.
That's helping a little bit. So I'm like, okay, we got Empire now. Now niggas should just go to Empire.
But I also think, like y'all said, we get this mentality that we got somewhere else and everybody weird. I think that's part of our downfall too. Is because we don't really like to conform. Like Oakland niggas, we got places we not trying to. I'm not getting down with what they got going on there. I'm not to sacrifice my shit, who I am. For me, Oakland, all my history.
Only people we locked in with like that is Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit, yeah.
And I mean, I like Chicago too. Chicago, Detroit, and the Bay.
Chicago is a sister city to
Oakland. That's what I listen to. That's all I listen to. Detroit, Chicago, and the Bay. Now, that's just, I guess, my music taste is very small.
I listen to every hip-hop and R&B wise. I listen to every region. So I'm like,
R&B, yeah, but I'm talking about like underground rap.
Underground rap.
Detroit, Chicago, and the Bay.
Now,
I say New York too. I listen to New York Underground, but that's a whole different type of thing. Like,
New York Underground go crazy though.
It do. It do.
Okay, we talk about solutions though.
What?
Some solutions.
Some solutions.
What's the problem and why we ain't able to get on?
But what's the solution?
What can we do to get ourselves in position?
The OGs you mentioned, they got it themselves. You said how they like, oh, if I got it myself, you got to get it yourself type of thing. Like, you don't see E-40 really putting them on like that. He helped.
He stamped
Chip was left sick with it.
He stamped people, but I'm saying he don't put it on. Like, he don't do how Atlanta got Lil Baby as big as he did when everybody was just like, everybody fuck with Lil Baby, everybody put him on some shit, and he the artist by himself now. E-40 don't do that. The Bay Area artists don't do that. E-40, Too Short not doing it. Fab is
go everywhere else.
No one else is doing that out here. Like, I can name.
Well, here's a wait before you say that no one is doing it. And in reality, how many do you know are really asking for it?
Ooh,
I think
so it's like
that goes back to pride.
I don't
Right,
think
but
people
that's what I'm saying.
ask,
Like,
though.
you can't tell me that, like, okay, so it can't be a situation where you feel like because you are an artist and because you are popping, that right now E-40 is actually thinking, you know what, he's going to find me and make sure that he puts me on because I'm from his area. No, like, how many
No,
motherfuckers
you
are
can't
really
have-
comfortable
what
with
I'm
saying,
saying.
you know
That
what, I got
mentality
this
at all.
music and going out there and really trying to put themselves out there. Like,
That's not
some
what I'm
people are
saying.
uncomfortable doing that.
And that's not what
I'm
he's saying.
saying.
That's not what he's saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I seen someone say to Mr. Fab on Twitter directly, you don't put nobody on, you don't do this, you don't do that. And he started talking about all the stuff that he has done as far as I got this with my dope Erik clothing and all this stuff. He's talking about what he's done himself.
Well, how is he gonna put you on? What exactly could Mr. Fab put you on? What exactly were they saying?
Can I give an opinion?
Go ahead.
I think it would go like as far as college wise. I'll just use that as an example. Our president knows so many people, or I'm gonna use Dillard president. He knew so many people that he knew these people. So once he knew us, he knew that we was good people. He would put us in connections with the people. Like, you're not just standing like, oh, this is a good person, but no, I'm gonna introduce you to this person because this person can help you. I don't feel like E-40 does that. Like,
Yeah,
he
so
makes them go.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I get that, but so we got to be particular about which artists we gonna actually say because I mean, in all
the big
honesty,
ones, the
music wise, Mr. Fab wouldn't be a good example to me.
Mr.
Okay,
Fab wrote,
he's
Mr.
saying
Fab
E-40.
Ghost wrote a lot of hits in the industry that people know about.
Right, but Mr. Fab also got fucked over more times
I know,
than any.
I know. Musically with his business,
But he still has connections, though.
not people he know. That's what I'm like, connections. He knows hella people because he wrote for him. He worked with Chris Brown. He worked with all type of people. So he could introduce you to those people. Whether or not they work with you that's their decision.
Right, but you could at least slide a number.
Somebody, yeah, like, oh, if you a singer out here today, and then Mr. Fab put you on, like, oh, I know Chris Brown. I'm gonna introduce you to Chris Brown.
I think y'all can
Or
work
I know
on
Drake.
that. That's connecting. That's what people do everywhere.
But wait, so then I have another follow-up question. Are you guys under the impression that because someone has done business with them, that they have built enough of a rapport themselves to actually make that connection?
I'm talking about the people that have the rapport with, not just anybody. If you actually have a rapport with that person and you know that someone in your area is putting on, then you can introduce them to the person you're actually cool with.
It's not hard. If you have a connection with somebody,
I
then
get that, but I'm trying to figure out how do we know that either one of the people that we talking about even have connections?
you act like social media is not a thing.
Oh, is social media like a real connection
I'm
thing?
saying
Is
you
that what
can
it is?
tell. I'm not just saying that social media is everything. You can just run with everything you see on there, but
I'm not even speaking on social media. I'm just speaking off what I know.
no, that's just what I'm saying. I'm saying E-40. We can see who he has. I'm not everybody, but you
know
can
every day.
tell who he has relationships with, like people that he has consistently made a song with. If he's seen that somebody, I'm not gonna say SOB, but if he's seen somebody was really blowing up and they needed some type of help, and he's been making songs with this person for a long time, has a good relationship with them. Okay, I'm gonna put you in contact with this person because he might be able to help you get to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So now again, my question is because
Like
based off what you said, right? But based off what you said, it would be E-40 going out of his way. So,
But then is it him going out of his way, or is it him being
No,
a
it's
mentor?
if
no, but see, a mentor is not like realistically. I don't know what 3 of the people on here, so I can't say Lil Daddy in the yellow shirt. He sounds like he's a very articulate man, and let's say he want to be a writer. You know what? I got a connection that could get him a book line. Let me just go give him this connection because I don't know him, and
I think people should.
But this is what I'm saying is that
like
just
if you
because
have a
you
platform.
there's like, so at some point there has to be this bridge of communication. That's what I'm saying. There has to be a bridge of communication on both parts. So I will say, yes, E-40 and all the Bay Area rappers, the people that are already on, if y'all know that y'all have the ability to put somebody on, be open to it. But then on the side of the artists that are actually trying to get put on, take that leap of faith, reach out, have a conversation.
But sometimes
make sure that you can actually bridge that communication, because I'm not going to refer you if I don't know your work ethic. Like if you don't match my ambition, I'm not saying shit.
I understand.
Obviously.
I can speak from, my favorite record label isn't even a Bay Area thing. My favorite record label ever is Bad Boy Records because one, they still here.
Oh, you out your body.
Let me say and give an example of Mace, right? That's my favorite rapper. He not the biggest rapper ever, none of that. He went to Atlanta to get signed. Puff seen him at the party. He was making noise in New York. He went out his way and had him rap for him. And Mace went out his way to even get a deal. So with those two things happening, you got what you got with that label. That type of shit is what gets people big. You know what I'm saying?
You said Bad Boys.
Bad Boy Records is a label.
Okay, now this is very
Tupac is the
off
greatest
But
label.
sometimes getting put on by another person, you
Tupac's
don't
a great
always
artist
end
of all
up getting
time,
put on.
like
Things
rapper.
could go wrong.
But I'm saying I was giving an example of people going out their way and making connections. That's what I was using that as an example.
Yeah.
Not to talk about. I'm saying
like
you don't get that label without people going out of their way. You don't get that label without someone with connections going out of their way to make themselves bigger by using artists that are blowing up in their region. That's what I'm saying. Because all that was New York people up to a certain point in their heyday. It was all New York people doing all New York shit, connections with all they people in the industry. In the Bay, you got all these Bay Area people that don't fuck with each other, but got all these connections all over the country. And then we just sitting here mad as fuck that no one fuck with the Bay.
Yeah. But then, again, where my question comes in are like in y'all, because I noticed, and this is just my experience with dealing with people that are younger. It seems like for whatever reason, there is an unwillingness to put yourself out there and ask. Like some people feel like I've even heard dudes that'll be like, they done put out one album and then you will see them talking about, I need $500 a verse. Sir, your album didn't sell that well.
I feel what she's saying,
but that's what I'm saying. Like it's almost like Bay Area lacks the ability to be humble and do that hustling grind as a collaboration for them to actually get to that point. And the difference between like the Bay Area or LA, see the difference in LA is they willing to kiss some ass to get what they want. They gonna fake it to they make it. You don't really know how they feel about you.
We're not gonna do that.
We're not saying somebody else.
I'm not
like
necessarily
what she's saying is true though. If you don't ask, then it's not gonna come to you, and then you can't stop talking over nobody helps you out. Because at the end, it's like you made it seem like you didn't need help. So how are you gonna expect somebody to help you out? So you can't be mad at the end of the day that ain't nobody putting you on.
Yeah, wait till the sentence is complete, y'all. The rules.
So, like she said, like if you don't ask for it, you can't expect it to be put on. Because I know somebody who basically asked E-40 for a put on or whatever, and they used to mess with his sister, so they gave a song to E-40 to give to his sister to give to E-40. They gave a song to E-40. E-40 ended up stealing the song. So instead of he put it on, he stole his credit. So that's, you feel me? That's shit right there. Why people don't want to get put on? They be like, somebody gonna try to use my stuff.
But see, that's a bad business move because legally they should have had, before you give E-40 or anybody anything, you need to make sure that your shit is copywritten or whatever it needs to happen so that if he stole your song, I can sue your motherfucking ass.
Yeah,
he ain't even tripping over it. He let it go.
That's when morals come into play.
He's still doing his thing. He got,
and then there's no morals when it comes to business.
But a lot of people don't have morals. That's why you got to make sure your paperwork is right.
Yeah,
your paperwork should always be right.
You don't need morals in the industry.
You don't.
But I'm saying, just like that, all it takes a little bit of pride to be dropped and go and ask for that put on, and somebody will help you. Somebody will listen to you. Like, I don't even really rap, but I know a lot of people that do, and I didn't DM certain rappers like you. Just listen to this and give me some feedback. And
they will.
And then every year it's a Jack's Day event, and I go out to the Jack's Day event, and I got a lot of cousins that rap, and I show their songs, or they show their songs, and it's just like that. Like, it just take a simple conversation or a simple word, like she said.
What I'm saying is, how do we get Bay Area people to kind of drop that pride just a little bit? Like, all y'all are a younger generation, which means y'all generation is
they move based off what they see. So if they see more people dropping their pride, then they'll probably rock with it.
They gonna follow.
But they really gotta get it from whoever that they looking up to. So if they looking up to somebody else, like a sister or a brother, they need to see their sister drop that pride first before they do. If they looking up to an OG on the street, they need to see that OG drop that pride before they do. So it's like whoever they looking up
hard to see happen. Like,
I need a valid reason, Brian.
Based on what everybody is seeing right now, like with my podcast, for example, we used to record at what's the name of that school, SAE in Emeryville, to put it out, right? So we was going over there every week because my friend went to the school. He had free studio time. Now, every time we went over there, we had a fucking issue with these white people in that building. They kept trying to kick us out, all type of shit. With that, we were like, okay, you can't do shit in the Bay because niggas always trying to fuck it up. We was ready to leave. So it's like when you see shit like that, or you deal with people like how Diamond said, her friend gave E-40 the song Nigga Steal It. You don't want to fuck with nobody no more. Your pride is going to be way up here. It's like, if my shit is good enough for him to steal, if shit is good enough people to keep trying to stop every damn week, I'm not going to want to fuck with nobody. I got this on my own. Fuck everybody. I'm going to do this myself. That's probably not a good way to go about it, but that's why it is the way it is.
But I mean, I get it. And in reality, it doesn't matter black, white, purple, green, or blue. If somebody sees something that they could take and they see you as a target, they will. But I just feel like in reality, like I know for my generation, everybody wanted to try to do shit like on their own, and there was a handful. You get what I'm saying? Whereas if your generation collaborate togetger, I guarantee you it's gonna be more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we started to do that just earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like, people starting to realize that the previous generations did, it ain't gonna work for us.
Wait, what?
What the previous generations did to get on and how they had to play that pride and all that, it's not gonna work for our generation. Like,
and then social media play a part in that too.
Collaborate, work together, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's there, but pride.
What I wanted to say is, I wanted to ask y'all, why do y'all think? Because I've been a few places, I've been around, and nobody really messes with Bay Area music. They do not like it. I don't know if y'all been around, but people from outside of the Bay do not like Bay Area music. They might like one SOB song. They might like one Mac Dre. They hate E-40.
I've seen that a lot on Twitter. I'm like, why do people hate E-40 so much?
They do not like the way he raps. They don't like the area rapping style. And I want to say, why do y'all think that? Because we'll go out and we'll support all these other artists, but they hate. And I feel like that's another reason why we not on too. They don't like the way that we rap.
And then that's the reason why we kind of put ourselves on. It's like they don't fuck with us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of that is the way we speak. Like a lot of people don't like E-40 just because of the way, lyrically, the way he speaks.
Which I think that's so smart, but they say it sounds like he eating Jello.
Yeah, that shit
But what I'm saying is it's something different. No different than like right now. If we was like in the Bay, they're not going to listen to all that down south music. A lot of us can't understand what they're saying. The accent is so thick. Whereas if I go down there, they'll tell me like, oh, you got an accent. And I'm like, no, you're just not articulating yourself well. I don't know what to tell you. So I think that like hearing it is something you have to get used to. It's almost like training your ear. You got to train your ear to listen to some stuff. Like realistically, if you get a person that is like deep in the South and they have a super thick accent and then they get put on, they're going to give them a coach on how to actually articulate themselves. Because we don't know what the hell you're saying. And for whatever reason, when they hear us, they act like they don't know what we're saying.
Yeah, I don't ever understand why they're like, oh, I don't hear you. I'm like, I'm saying every syllable in this word, bro. You said how people don't mess with Bay Area music. I haven't experienced people that don't mess with it because like people from Texas that I know, they didn't even know who Mac Dre was. Shit fucking baffled me. But I was like, but do you know who P-Lo is? Like to make it more recent. They knew who P-Lo was. They liked all his music. They liked SOB. So I'm like, y'all like it to a certain extent, but y'all don't like it when it sound like y'all.
Yeah.
Copy it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it sound like something y'all copied before, y'all fuck with it. But if it's something that's completely different, y'all not gonna like it.
Yeah, because I can't name one person that I know from out here who would listen to Yatta. And Yatta is my favorite rapper from back home. Mm-hmm. Nobody. I can't even play him in the car with people if they not. So it's just, I don't know. What you think, Diamond? What you think, Erik?
Eric gone.
Eric gone?
Oh, yeah. Plus our music sometimes is a little slower.
Slower? I feel like the music that I listen to give me hype.
Everybody got their own music
but
preference.
The tone is slower.
Everybody got their own music preference, so that's probably why they don't know about the music we know about, because it's not their preference. So when somebody come around and try to put them on it, it ain't what they used to, so they don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, that's people here that's not from the hood or not from certain areas of the Bay. They don't know nothing about Yatta. They don't know nothing about Yiking.
That's true. Because you ain't finna catch me. I'm not finna listen to no underground Alabama rapper. I'm not finna listen to no underground. No, I'm not listening.
But it is some people who got open preferences to music and listen to all music because you can go different places. It just depends on where you go.
Yeah, that's true. Because I know, like, I'm closed-minded when it comes to it, so I understand that there are people who are closed-minded. It's just I heard it so much. Like, my goodness, y'all really, no matter where I go, they would not do it. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I mean, I really strictly only listen to Detroit, Chicago, and the Bay. So
maybe it's you.
Ooh.
No, I'm being serious. I don't mean that in a rude way. But it might just be you, because I've gone down south and they listen to it, especially like, I love going to New York. I'd take a good New York trip any day of the week.
Mm-hmm. So New York.
So maybe it's
I've never
you.
been to New York.
I think it might be a Louisiana thing. Cause I feel like
I've been to Louisiana.
are so
Maybe it's you.
I'm not saying it's me. I think it's a Louisiana thing because I've been to 2 different schools, and no matter what, they're not messing with our kind of music.
Maybe
They're
it's
not.
our
They rather
generation
hear their
Louisiana.
music. They like their culture. They like their
Their culture, exactly.
Yeah,
Right, but their culture is
that's
much
all they
more
listen
bounce
to.
music. So
Yeah,
it
so
could
I'm
be-
saying that's all they listen to. The same way that's all I.
That's why if they like bounce music so much, they wouldn't fuck with hyphy music. Because I'm like, it's the same.
But they would fuck with hyphy music. So listen, I'm telling you,
But
it's just
they
her.
don't.
That's why I said it's
her.
the generation or who's at her school, the age group.
I'll
at
say
her
it's a
school
generation.
versus-
I'll say it's a generation. Talking about it's me.
So like we talking about 2000s kids versus.
It could be the
80s,
generations. It could
different
be,
things.
like she said, down south, their music is more like bounce music. It could be the rapper itself because Yatta is known, but he ain't known.
He's not mainstream.
You feel me? But it's like
everywhere.
now if you try to tell them about like Mac Dre or somebody, E-40, the Jacker, so I'm pretty sure they'd be like, oh, I've heard of him, but I don't listen to him because that's not what they listen to. So
yeah, but I feel like that. Well, I'll say maybe it is just me and my experience. I'm gonna just go off of my experience. When I posted my survey yesterday, everybody that I know from out here was like, first of all, nobody cares about Mac Dre. Nobody cares about E-40. They weak. I could name 3 of my people from back home who are 10 times better than them. Like I got at least 4 people in my DM who said that.
That's just disrespectful.
And that's what I'm saying. They're never like, I don't listen to it, but no, they're disrespectful with it. Like, I do not like y'all music. It's trash. Y'all can't rap this, that. It sound the same. Like, that's all.
But that's their opinion because it's not the same as what they're used to.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we're so nice.
We're too nice.
That's California as a whole. California as a whole, not only are y'all too nice, but y'all are like a little bit of people pleasers because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You don't want to offend nobody. Whereas if you go to different parts of the world, they don't give a fuck about hurting your feelings.
I don't know about the people pleasing part for the Bay Area because we piss a lot of people off. We don't give a fuck.
So I mean,
I don't really care about hurting feelings.
I just mean you don't want to like.
You started everything.
You don't want to create a rift. Like we don't just instantly say the first thing that pop in our head. We actually process it to make sure that we are actually being considerate of others.
Yes, you do.
I do. But
Diamond does for sure.
I do for sure.
Are you saying generally Bay Area people or?
Once it's in my head, I say it and I do
it's
it,
California.
no matter what it is.
It's not even just the Bay. It's California. If you go to California and then start traveling to the east, you will see a very big difference. They will tell you like if you get out of California, they are much more like kids. You know how kids, they'll be like, ooh, you fat. Ooh, that's ugly. Ooh, they just talk. That's how they talk anywhere else.
I feel like
in California, they don't do that.
Yes, they do. That's a youth thing. That's a youth thing.
Maybe that's a generational thing, and y'all.
That's a generational
No.
thing.
I'm referring to people that are between the ages of, I would say, 17. How old is Shamari? 17, 18? So at 17.
You can't speak on that.
I'm telling you what I've seen with my own eyes. What I've presently.
So what I've seen with my own eyes, it was just me. But what you see with your own eyes, it's fact. Now, I'm done with this conversation. Anyways, I think we had a pretty good conversation. I think this was very long. And let me see how long. We've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. So I think I'm going to end it here because I don't want to post an hour and 40-minute YouTube video. So I want to just, give y'all one last, say what y'all got to say about everything, anything y'all.
Shout out to the gang, you feel me? This was a good conversation. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to just start in the order that I see it. Michael and Diamond.
It was a good conversation. I appreciate y'all for inviting me on here. Y'all can follow me on my personal page, MVPJL327. You can follow the business page, ML3 for the culture, on Instagram, and then my Twitter is @TheRealML3. That's where you usually see me. I talk a lot on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. And if you want to listen to my podcast, it was in the beginning for the culture podcast. So search ML3 for the culture on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You'll find it.
Send me the link. I'm gonna put it in my YouTube bio.
I got you. I'll send you everything. Yeah. And I make playlists on Apple Music, Spotify, and Tidal. So every time I drop something, it'll be all 3. Like I'm about to drop a Mariah Carey playlist and drop a like my.
We belong together.
That's because he's here.
Really hot boy. Oh, real Holly boy.
Real Holly boy. Anyway, and you got your last remarks?
My bad. So no, I really don't have a whole lot of last remarks other than, you know, I really want all y'all to know, artists and all, WDR management is coming with, it's literally gonna be fire as fuck. So anybody who need management, by all means, let me know, hit me. I haven't gotten all my shit together. My paperwork is together though, so you sign a motherfucking contract with me, understand you are in that contract and I ain't changing. But other than that, no, I ain't ready yet. But the next time y'all hear about it, Kira, she gonna let y'all know. She gonna make sure to blast it, let everybody know what's going on, let you know about events.
Blast my YouTube videos. How about that?
Oh, shout out to the YouTube.
No, I mean on your pages. Thank you. Diamond, go.
So yeah, we out. This was a good conversation. Like I said, y'all can follow me on Instagram at dnasty 4 A's STY with 2 underscores. Kira gonna drop that anyways.
I swear you have a YouTube channel.
I do have a YouTube channel, but I only made one video, but I haven't uploaded it yet because I have to edit and everything. But it's a video on mental health, and I talked about a couple of mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and how to deal with it and how to notice it before it actually gets you deep in the hole and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll be dropping that video soon. You guys will see. But for the meantime, stay safe in this little quarantine thing. Get your money up. Let me get your little chips. I'm talking about. Do your thing.
I need a few dollars, sis.
Huh?
You know what? Real Holly boy, you got any last remarks before?
Wait, I wasn't finished.
Yeah, let's do the right thing, man.
And I love all my fans. I'm talking about follow running. You dig? Get with
You got
it.
hickeys on your neck?
No.
Just kidding.
Trying to get, man, I ain't telling nobody to watch this video.
You done? You done, Diamond?
Yep, I'm done for now.
Oh my goodness, Erik. Any last remarks?
I enjoyed the conversation. It was cool. It was real cool. Hopefully, people take what we talked about in this conversation and apply it to their own lives, whether it's in the music industry or otherwise. If you're from the town, from the year, you know, so I love, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to me on Real Holly Boy on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I got a Twitter page. They got Eclipse, but I be wilding on there, so you feel me? If you sensitive and
Let's show. See, me and Erik gonna be friends again. You know, he been mad at me since 2017, y'all.
Girl, everybody be mad at you. We ain't worried about you. This about him right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even know we was smoking like so.
Okay, and what do I have to say? Cause you know.
Wait. We wasn't worried about that because I don't think he was finished.
Be nasty. No, I was just gonna say, you feel me? Tap in, you know, I'm knowledgeable about this music shit. Let it help people anyway, so if I can, you feel me? So, you send me some music, you know what I'm saying? You produce, send me some beats, I'll put some connections in, make shit happen if I can, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I got some beat makers too, y'all I'm talking about.
And then through, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I slap them for sure. My shit, it's all good. That's it.
I wish you would have been in here when we was just talking about that, because we was just talking about how people don't be going out their way to help people, but look at that. That's going out your way.
Man, people is weird. Everybody can't be built like this.
Send their music into my podcast and we'll play it. Like once we off quarantine and we recording again, we'll play it. If it's good, we'll play it.
Give a shout out to my cousin, Lil Brenda, baby.
Erik froze, so I'm gonna just go ahead and say thank y'all for
shout out to the gang, you feel me? Shout out to all my people out there, you feel me? We
RP
love y'all.
RP got you know what it is. Tune in, check me out.
From Louisiana to the Bay Area, I'm talking about.
Period. From LA to the Bay.
You feel me? L to the B, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah. So I'm about to end it and edit, so I will let y'all know when it uploads, guys.